Hello, my name is Rick, and I had an issue with buying seats for concert tickets that I would not be able to use. A company called SeatGeek. I contacted them shortly after and said I wouldn't be here to be able to attend the concert, asked for a refund. They refused. They tried to pawn it off to another company. I went back and forth with those companies with 5 or 6 different reps on each one to no avail and no solution. I have chronic PTSD. I had a re-trigger of PTSD, which is causing me to leave because I just lost my fiance of 3.5 years, and I don't have anywhere to live out here, so I'm going back to the Midwest and get my treatment out there. I cannot be here for the concert. I found that out on the 9th, and I started telling them that I'm not going to be here, and that and when I first signed up, it said I had till the 19th to cancel. So when I contacted SeatGeek, they said these tickets are non-refundable. And then they said you did it through a firm. So I contacted a firm. I went back and forth between SeatGeek and a firm, both of them saying the other one's responsible. And this is the funny thing. I asked them what card it was attached to of my credit cards. I gave him all 4 digits of my credit cards, and he said it wasn't any of them. So it's concerning me that they're going to commit fraud on somebody else's credit card because I don't have the credit. They apparently don't have any of my credit cards on file. But I did have 2 credit cards that were fraud charges, and they were closed by the credit card companies, and they're sending me new credit cards. So it may have been on one of those, and they may have thought it was a fraud charge, and they closed it. So now I'm not really worried about it because they're not going to be able to get any money on me. But basically, a firm said that they paid SeatGeek the whole $698 when I had it set up on like 4 installments. But they paid it to them, so now a firm's going to be out that $698, and it's not really right for them to be out of the money, but it really isn't going to affect me, and I'll never use SeatGeek again. Now I go through Live Nation if I want any tickets. I've never even heard of SeatGeek anyway. Just I don't know why it showed up for them. I've never heard of them. Don't know why they were jumping in. They might be a fraud company. I don't know. Because they have no contact phone number at all, which is illegal by international law. You are required to have a contact phone number for your customer service. They do nothing but message, and it's really hard to explain to them in the message. They kept saying the same stuff, but they kept saying there's also a firm's responsibility. And I contacted a firm. A firm does have a contact number, and every representative I talked to over there 4 or 5 times told me, no, it's SeatGeeks because we already paid them. So they need to refund the money to a firm creates a virtual credit card once it's approved. And they use that to pay SeatGeek. So they paid SeatGeek the whole amount, and then they're supposed to take the monthly payments. But they don't have my credit cards on file either. So I don't know how anybody getting paid. They said they have a credit card on file, but it's none of mine, unless it's one of them that got canceled, which means they're not going to get any money from it because those accounts are closed. I have 2 credit cards coming in the mail. My credit card companies will automatically close the account or freeze the account, and then they'll contact me, and I just tell them go ahead and close it and send me a new one. So I took care of it on my side. And I know these companies ain't in the U.S., but they think they're untouchable because they're not in the U.S. But I'm in touch with Interpol, and they will go down. If they try to commit fraud on somebody else's credit card because they don't have any of mine, they will go down. I think it's SeatGeek that's not in the U.S. That's why they don't have any contact phone number. The firm does have a U.S. office, and I was able to contact them. But just both of them pointing the finger at each other, I couldn't get anywhere. So they have They have a lot of stuff messed up in their companies. And a firm is stupid to have paid them the entire amount when I set it up on 4 monthly payments. But as soon as I set up on 4 monthly payments, it was 2 days later, I found out I'm not going to be here. So I called and tried to cancel it back. Well, 9 days, 8 days later, I called on the 9th, tried to cancel because I said I got till the 19th. That's what it said. Now they're trying to tell me, no, you don't have the 19th. They've already been paid. That's not my problem. You guys have a messed up way you do business. So I'm just frustrated with the firm and I'm frustrated with SeatGeek because they just go back and forth pointing the responsibility to the other one. And nobody says they can help. Because a firm saying SeatGeek has to do it, SeatGeek saying the firm has to do it. So I'm like, it's confusing. And I gave both of them all my last word, my credit cards that I have existing still, and none of them say that credit card's correct. So they must have one of my closed credit card numbers on file, which I don't have those anymore. And they're not going to get anything. But they are going to try and get money from somewhere, and I think they might be using a fraud account. Somebody else's credit card that did go through, they'll probably get double charged. That's probably what's going to happen. SeatGeek just returns the money to a firm so a firm can cancel the order. SeatGeek sends me confirmation that they've returned the money to a firm and the order is canceled.